are requested to please wear your mask and follow all the COVID safety guidelines. And everyone are requested to please be settled as we are about to begin the proceedings. Thank you so much. And headphones have been already set for all of you, so you can use it. Thank you. So, Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit Roadshow 2022. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji. सर हृदय स्वागत करते हैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल जी का. With him, we would like to invite Honorable Minister of Finance, Energy and Petrochemicals, Government of Gujarat, Shri Kanubhai Desai. We welcome Honorable Minister of State, Cottage Industry, Cooperation, Salt Industries, Forest Environment and Climate Change, Printing and Stationery, Government of Gujarat, Shri Jagdish Panchal ji. We extend our warm welcome to Chief Principal Secretary to Honorable CM, Government of Gujarat, Shri K. Kailash Nathan. We welcome Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Shri Pankaj Kumar. We welcome ACS Industries, Mines and Home Department, Government of Gujarat, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta. We welcome Deputy Chairman CII Western Region, Shri Sunil Choradia. सरदय स्वागत करते हैं सभी मंचस्थ महानुभावों का. Once again, wishing you all a very pleasant morning to all of you. We are gathered here in Mumbai for Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022 Roadshow. As many of you would already know, Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, a biennial event, was conceptualized in 2003 under the visionary leadership of Shri Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister of India. It fills me with immense pride to say that the summit has today evolved into one of the most reputed global forums for business networking, knowledge sharing, and strategic partnership for inclusive socio-economic development. So firstly, to begin the show, I welcome Deputy Chairman CII Western Region, Shri Sunil Choradia, to deliver welcome address.
Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Kanubhai Desai, Honorable Minister of Finance, Energy and Petrochemicals, Government of Gujarat, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarma, Honorable Minister of State, Industries, Cottage Industries, Forest and Environment, Climate Change, Government of Gujarat, Shri Pankaj Kumar, Honorable Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Shri Kailash Nath, Honorable Chief Principal Secretary to CM, Government of Gujarat, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Honorable ACS, Industries and Mines and Home Department, Government of Gujarat, senior officials from center and state governments, members of the diplomatic community, friends and colleagues from the industry, friends from media, good morning. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the Mumbai Roadshow and interaction session of the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022. Launched in 2003 by the then Chief Minister of the state and our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, the biennial Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit has become an ideal platform for knowledge sharing, strategic partnerships, investment inflows, and business networking, not just for Gujarat, but also for other states and countries. The summit brings together business leaders, investors, innovators, corporates, policy and opinion makers, and eminent diplomats from across the globe. The vibrant Gujarat Global Summit has grown from strength to strength and set the precedence for many more state investor summits in India, which helped strengthen India's image as a preferred investment destination. I also take this opportunity to congratulate the government of Gujarat and Honorable Chief Minister Shri Bhupendra Patel for his organizing the decadal edition of this prestigious summit. I would also like to thank the government of Gujarat for having CII on board for as a national partner for the prestigious Vibrant Global Summit. CII has always been a partner to the state government in its journey towards accelerating the socio-economic development of the state. Once again, we are grateful to the government of Gujarat for renewing their faith in CII and having us on this important summit that seeks to consolidate Gujarat's position as a preferred global investment destination for investors. I must compliment the state government for selecting the theme for Atmanirbhar Gujarat se Atmanirbhar Bharat for the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022. This couldn't have come at a more opportune time as our Honorable Prime Minister envisages a USD $5 trillion Indian economy by 2024-25, and this calls for a sizable contribution from Gujarat. CII has been closely involved with the government of Gujarat on a multitude of interventions to accelerate industrial development in the state and is privileged to work with the state government on many key initiatives. Through our Western Region Office and dedicated Gujarat State Office, CII partners the state government in evolving solutions for industrial growth and social development. SME competitiveness, water management, sustainable energy, and innovation and knowledge development among a plethora of relevant interventions. Ranked among the top 10 states in the terms of ease of doing business, the state has an extremely conducive business environment, and the state government is extremely welcoming and supportive of businesses. Thanks to investor-friendly policies, incentivizing schemes, and efficient governance in the Gujarat, the state has not only created an enabling environment for investors, but has been leading among the Indian states in terms of FDI inflow. The Land Bank portal and the Investment Facilitation portal initiatives of the state government, among other initiatives, have been much appreciated by investors. While Gujarat holds a clear distinction of being a leader across various sectors and has a sizable contribution to country's GDP, exports, and FDI, the state is not resting on its laurels. India, at the recently concluded Glasgow Climate Conference, committed itself to expanding its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030. It is heartening to note that Gujarat has envisioned itself as the renewable energy capital of the country by 2025, clearly showing the pivotal role that it is going to play in this journey towards making India a greener and more sustainable country. Known as the land of Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel, the state of Gujarat is also the land of tremendous business and investment opportunities with a strong entrepreneurial culture in its DNA. I urge you all to come and visit Gujarat and participate in the prestigious Vibrant Gujarat Summit 2022, scheduled on 10th, 11th, and 12th of January 2022 in Gandhinagar, to explore the abundant opportunities that our vibrant state has to offer. Looking forward to your active participation in the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022 and your strong partnership in the state's growth story. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। 75 साल पूर्व मिली आज़ादी के स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की बात हो या बात हो भारत देश के विकासशीलता की, विश्व के सामने भारत की प्रगति का और संस्कृति का प्रतिबिंब बना है गुजरात। वर्ष 2003 से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विजनरी मार्गदर्शन से शुरू हुआ ये वाइब्रेंट गुजरात ग्लोबल समिट, जो कि आत्मनिर्भर गुजरात से आत्मनिर्भर भारत तक का सफर तय कर रहा है, जो भारत की आज़ादी के अमृत महोत्सव पे प्रस्तुत करने जा रहा है, the 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. So now we are presenting a glimpse of the vibrant journey of progressive Gujarat by this AV.
Look at this picture. A land from where biggest non-violent freedom movement started. And this one. A land from where the white revolution started. And this one. A land from where the textile revolution began. And finally, look at this picture. A land from where the Global Investors Summit began. A land that boasts of housing infrastructural marvels that are biggest, largest, and tallest. A land that is one of the world's most vibrant economy and democracy of our times. A land that hosts global leaders, policymakers, industry captains, and change makers on a single platform for conversation that breeds innovation. A land that is being led by the visionary leader, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, who laid down the foundation of world's most awaited investment summit, which has been building bridges every 2 years to connect the world on a single platform. Today, that platform has further transformed into a stage for global dialogue. Welcome to Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022, 10th to 12th January. Let's regroup, think, discuss, and deliberate on our plans for inclusive socio-economic development. Let's explore new business opportunities. Let's further intensify our efforts towards sustainably boosting our economies. Let's chalk out our roadmap towards ending our dependency on fossil fuel. Let's discuss the role of technology and innovation in our plan that will lead us towards smart businesses and smart cities. Together, let's align our multilateral efforts to resume and accelerate progress. Together, let's mark this Green Summit as the beginning of a decade of action and delivery for sustainable development. Welcome to the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022. From Atmanirbhar Gujarat to Atmanirbhar Bharat. 10th to 12th January 2022.
Thank you. So friends, as you all are aware, Gujarat provides best environment for business community. The business community is happy to come to Gujarat because of political stability, citizen-centric administration and investment-friendly policies. These are the factors Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit gets immense response from everywhere. So now, to throw some light on the vision of Government of Gujarat and roadmap of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022, I request respected ACS Industries, Mines and Home Department, Government of Gujarat, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta to deliver his address.
Honorable Chief Minister, Sir, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji, Honorable Finance Minister, Shri Kanubhai Desai ji, Honorable Minister of State Industries, Shri Jagdish Vishwakarma ji, Chief Principal Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Kailash Nathan, Sir, Chief Secretary Shri Pankaj Kumar, CIA Vice Chairman Shri Sunil Gorodia ji, members of Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, officers, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Government of Gujarat, I'll give you a glimpse of why Gujarat is a preferred destination and what are good reasons to invest in Gujarat. With a growth rate of more than 10%, having 17% of India's industrial output, Gujarat contributes to 37.5% in GDP as against the national average of 17%, exporting to more than 180 locations. Gujarat ranks first in the country in foreign direct investments for the last 3 years. Gujarat ranks first in logistic ease amongst different states index for the last 3 years. Gujarat ranks first in export preparedness index. Gujarat is a best performer state in national startup ranking. And not to leave behind the social sector, Gujarat ranks first in the whole of country in the water management index. Gujarat is the only state in the country to have a state-wide water grid. Owing to futuristic vision, constant monitoring and supervision of the Honorable Prime Minister, in last 2 decades, Gujarat has changed from a water-scarce state to a water-secure state. There was a time when water used to be transported from North Gujarat to Saurashtra and Kutch by trains in Gujarat. There was a time when there used to be water rights in Gujarat. There was a time when women used to walk 5 to 7 kilometers in villages and small towns to get a bucket full of water. And the time I'm referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is not a distant past. It was just 2 decades back. From that situation, Gujarat now boasts of a state-wide water grid consisting of 120,000 kilometers of distribution pipelines, 2,700 kilometers of bulk water pipeline transporting Narmada waters from the dam to 750 kilometers away in Kutch and Saurashtra. With 11,000 elevated storage reservoirs, this system, this grid, is providing water to more than half the population of Gujarat, consisting of more than 9,500 villages and 171 towns and cities of Gujarat. That is the vision in operation of the Honorable Prime Minister for Gujarat. And now the whole thing has got translated into a national vision, and that is known as Jal Jeevan Mission. This is how the whole thing started in Gujarat. Gujarat is the only state in the country to have a statewide gas grid of 2,700 kilometers with 3 LNG terminals and many more coming up. And the world's first CNG terminal to come up at Bhavnagar in times to come. So Gujarat, not only industries, performance, export, ease of logistics, but also the social infrastructure and the supporting infrastructure. Now, I would like to tell you 7 good reasons why investors should come to Gujarat. Gujarat has an extraordinary industrial ecosystem. We are a power-abundant state, power surplus state. We have a sufficient pool of technical manpower. This morning only the head of Bank of America came and testified to Honorable Chief Minister that earlier when Bank of America was shifting its operations to Gift City, which is again, I will tell you, the visionary decision by the Honorable Prime Minister, they said that we were very apprehensive, that we will not get technical manpower here. But the first 700 people of international banking operation they recruited were all from Gujarat. We have lots and lots of industrial land available in very, very specified and logistically very, very comfortable Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation's sites, more than 200. We have a far and wide network of rail and road connectivity. We have 48 ports and many more coming up in the longest coastline of the country, over 1,600 kilometers. Gujarat government, under the philosophy and long-term vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, has been attuned to be committed to ease of doing business. We were one of the very first states in the country to have enacted the MSME Acts, where the motto was, first production, then permission. We have an investor facilitation portal giving facility to hundreds of thousands of applicants. We have digitized land bank, dedicated country desk, and we have been able to cut through the red tape of compliances by thousands. Started by the Honorable Prime Minister when he was there, continued under the able direction and supervision of the Honorable Chief Minister. Thousands and thousands of compliances which used to be redundant earlier now have been reduced for the investors. Gujarat is a sector leader. Many of us know, all of us know, in automobiles, auto parts, pharma, chemicals, medical devices, petrochemicals, ceramics, textiles, and we have the presence across the value chain, backward and forward integration. And we have sector-specific industrial infrastructure to promote the ease of doing business, ease of setting up industry in these estates. Gujarat has the world's largest petroleum refining hub. Gujarat is a global leader in diamond processing. 8 out of 10 finished diamonds pass through Gujarat before they reach any customer worldwide. Gujarat has the second largest ceramic complex in the world, and Gujarat has the Asia's largest milk processing unit, Amul Dairy, which is a wide network of dairies catering to lakhs and lakhs of cooperatives, which are basically having more than 50% women as their entrepreneurs, as their members, and the entire income generation of women in last 20 years has reached very, very high levels due to proactive efforts of both the dairy cooperative sector and the help and assistance by Government of Gujarat. We are a policy-driven state. Gujarat is not individually or is not directed or driven by any whims and fancies. For every sector for last 20 years, and even as of now, we have policies. We have a textile policy, we have an industrial policy, we have electric vehicle policy, we have integrated logistic parks policy, agro-business policy, and so on and so forth, giving a wide range of incentives, ranging from interest subsidy to capital subsidy for skill development, for acquisitions, for technology acquisition and market development and so on and so forth. The industrial policy of 2020 is a robust industrial policy, and it provides capital subsidy to the tune of almost 12%, relocation subsidy for those industries coming in from foreign countries and relocating in Gujarat, and at the same time also giving subsidy for innovation, research and development, and for environmental infrastructure and sustainable development like common effluent treatment plant to the tune of almost 50 crores. Gujarat is home to futuristic infrastructure of India. And then again, to the long-term vision, efforts, sustained efforts, supervision of Honorable Prime Minister, Gujarat is home to 38% of Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, dedicated freight corridor. Gift City is another internationally known now and a futuristic fintech city, which was started by the Honorable Prime Minister and developed by him very consistently in last 7 years, giving all kinds of assistance from Government of India. And now, lots of international banks, bullion exchange, and billions of dollar business is being carried out every day from Gujarat International Fintech City. Dholera Special Investment Region, again envisioned by the Honorable Prime Minister, is going to be India's first smart green city of 900 square kilometers, in which 22 square kilometer of activation area has already been given a very detailed, a very massive infrastructure. And Honorable Chief Minister now is very seriously considering to give special incentives to industries coming in and setting up plants in Dholera. Dream City, Diamond Research and Mercantile City, over 2,000 acres, and it's the world's largest complex of diamond bourse. High-speed railway between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, again envisioned by the Honorable Prime Minister. We have another special investment region by the name of Mandal Bechraji, which has become an auto hub. All the massive auto companies of the world, they have set up their base, and special incentives, special facilities, special infrastructure has been provided in Mandal Bechraji. We have now greenfield ports coming up, as I told you earlier. And for green energy, Honorable Chief Minister is again very seriously considering of coming up with a very, very far-reaching policy for mega, innovative, green industry. And in this, 30,000 megawatts of solar power has already been established. Again, owing to vision, direction, and consistent supervision of Honorable Prime Minister in Kutch, that mega solar park is taking shape. With all this development, with all this infrastructure, with all this logistics, Honorable Prime Minister's focus on sustainability, which he made very clear in Glasgow. India net zero by 2070. Gujarat government has been following that motto ever since he was there. Gujarat was the first state in the country to have enacted and declared the solar policy, even before the central government did that in 2009. Gujarat has a target of 30,000 megawatts of green energy by 2022. Wind power, already we have 8,500 megawatts. Gujarat is one of the very few states in the country to have declared an early electric vehicle policy for subsidizing and encouraging the purchase of EVs. And as I said, Honorable Chief Minister is very seriously considering to promote decarbonization in industrial sector in line with the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, which has been delineated very recently in Glasgow, India Net Zero 2070, and which will promote sunrise sectors like electrolyzers, semiconductors, production of green hydrogen. Gujarat is also home to the world's first emission trading scheme in particulate matters. In Surat city, there is a very fine scheme going on for last 2 years with the help and assistance of University of Chicago, Harvard University, and MIT. It is the first emission trading scheme on particulate matters, and now, very soon, an emission trading scheme in other cities of Gujarat for carbon dioxide is being envisioned, and University of Chicago has been designing it. So sustainability has been a key focus, side by side, massive industrial development in Gujarat. All this industrial development, all this ease of doing business is ultimately for ease of living, for good life, good social life. Now, Gujarat, we can very proudly say, is the safest state in the country. Women, girls can move around at even 2 a.m., 3 a.m. alone without any safety hazard. Gujarat's 3 cities have been consistently performing very well in the ease of living index. Gujarat has premier educational institutions, health facilities, uninterrupted power supply in my 35 years in career. Ladies and gentlemen, let me confess with you, I have not seen a 35 minutes continuous power cut in Gujarat. That is the state. We have 5-star hotels even in smallest of towns, industrial towns, which no other state in India has. We have 12 Olympic-sized golf courses, especially for diplomats and the friends in industry who are fond of playing golf. Come and play golf. Come and visit Gujarat. See what Gujarat has to offer apart from industries. Gujarat has the tallest statue in the world, made under the futuristic vision and consistent, constant supervision, personal supervision of the Honorable Prime Minister. A Statue of Unity, world's tallest, 182 meters long, almost double the size of Statue of Liberty, with a surface area equivalent to 4 cricket grounds, made of 24,500 metric tons of steel and thousands of tons of concrete. This Statue of Unity has changed the entire face of an outlandish, small, backward, uneducated, tribal area. How an icon-based development envisioned by the Honorable Prime Minister can change this kind of a backward area into a vibrant tourist destination, inviting almost having a footfall of 15,000 people a day from across the world. Owing to the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, the entire area has changed, and this Statue of Unity has now surpassed Statue of Liberty in terms of daily footfall. Statue of Liberty has a daily footfall of 10,000, and Statue of Unity has a daily footfall of 15,000. I would strongly recommend members of Diplomatic Corps, many of them have already visited. The others who have not, they must come and see the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, how this can be done only in a span of just 48 months. Gujarat is home to spiritual destinations, Somnath, Dwarka. Gujarat has wildlife, the only home of Asiatic lions. Gujarat is home to 4 UNESCO heritage sites. Gujarat has fairs and festivals, diverse cuisine. So Gujarat is a place where not only you should set up industry, not only you should come and stay, but you can enjoy life as well. Oh, Big B says, कुछ दिन तो गुजारिए गुजरात में. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me very briefly give you an outline of Vibrant Gujarat, which is forthcoming. Vibrant Gujarat is not only the brainchild of Honorable Prime Minister, but I would rather call it a chapter in his biography. Thomas Carlyle, the great modern historian, he said, history of the world is nothing but the biography of a few great men and women. All this development of new Gujarat in last 20 years, including Vibrant Gujarat, is nothing but a few chapters in the biography of our Honorable Prime Minister. He initiated Vibrant Gujarat. Honorable Chief Minister was saying the other day that under what circumstances and with what vision he initiated in 2003 with least infrastructure facilities in Gujarat in a makeshift hall, in a hall which used to accommodate just 1,000 people. In an open ground, the entire global trade show was done. And we have come a long way to this 10th summit. In the last summit, 42,000 participants came from more than 135 countries with 15 partner countries and 28,360 MOUs. And this year again, the Honorable Prime Minister has envisioned that the scale of Vibrant Gujarat will not only be the same, but will go beyond that. And we will offer more and more facilities, incentives to the industries. At the same time, the scale of organization is going to be more. In the run-up to Vibrant Gujarat, there are going to be events. Already we have started the event. One event was inaugurated by Honorable Chief Minister yesterday. It was an MSME global trade show with participation from more than 17 countries, more than 500 MSMEs and other industries, with the launch of the first hydrogen car yesterday in Gandhinagar. There are going to be many road shows. One of them is today. The first road show was in Delhi. There will be road shows abroad as well. And there are many events on specific sectors like textile, export, education, health, and unicorns, startups. These are the pre-summit events. In the summit, we are going to have an inaugural ceremony on 10th of January to be inaugurated, presided over by the Honorable Prime Minister. And we would request all of you who are present here to be part of that inaugural ceremony. That is the purpose that Honorable Chief Minister has come here to invite you. And not only invite you, but also sign MOUs with Government of Gujarat for your intentions to invest in Gujarat. We will have country and state seminars. Vibrant Gujarat is not only about talking about Gujarat. Vibrant Gujarat is also about giving an opportunity to partner states, to partner countries, to talk about themselves. And we offer this facility without any cost to many partner countries and many partner states who ask for it. And there they put up their own show. There they put up their own road show. We also offer facilities for B2B and B2G meetings. And then side by side, we have a global trade show that is designed on the same themes as the Vibrant Gujarat. So these are some of the events which I have already enumerated before you, which are going to be organized, which are being organized in the run-up till 9th of January and 10th of January. We are going to have the inaugural function. Honorable Prime Minister has also enunciated, propounded a few revolutionary philosophies and ideas and concepts. And of them, Azadi at 75. Azadi is 75 is a declaration of ambitions of India, of achievements of India, of how India is going to become global and how India is going to assist other countries in the world to become self-reliant. The theme of Vibrant Gujarat this time is from Atmanirbhar Gujarat to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, Atmanirbhar, many of the diplomats may be knowing, many of the friends who have been invited knowing, literally translated is self-reliant. But Hindi is a very comprehensive language. It actually doesn't convey the soul, the emotions behind it. Self-reliant is just being self-reliant. Here, Atmanirbhar means that India becomes Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, not only for itself, but facilitates the world to become Atmanirbhar. That is the wider connotation and philosophy and meaning behind this Atmanirbhar, which is again propounded by the Honorable Prime Minister. We'll have discussions on green economy, on reducing carbon footprints of manufacturing, electric mobility, green hydrogen production. Then we will also have on the 12th of January, 12th of January, we will have discussions and exchange of views on decade. Honorable Prime Minister has named this present decade as driven by innovation and technology. So how AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain, industry 4.0, they can achieve, they can help in achieving India's progress and making India Atmanirbhar, to make the world Atmanirbhar. That is going to be the theme on 12th. And then we are going to have the valedictory ceremony, country and state seminars. This time, the global trade show, again, it has been designed in a very different way. It is designed on the same themes as we are going to discuss in the seminars, in workshops, and exchange of views. Sustainable infrastructure, tech aid, mitigating climate change, local goes global, battery storage. So all of these themes will become part of the global trade show as well. So ladies and gentlemen, Vibrant Gujarat, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, Honorable Minister of State for Industries, and the entire bureaucratic apparatus of Gujarat that is present here, we all very cordially invite you to become part of become part of this event, and not only become part of this event, but become partners in this journey from Atmanirbhar Gujarat to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, respected ACS sir. Now I invite respected Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Shri Pankaj Kumar, to deliver his address.
Honorable Chief Minister Sri Bhupendra Patel ji, Honorable Finance Minister Sri Kanubhai Desai ji, Honorable Industry Minister Sri Jagdish Vishwakarma ji, Sri K. Kailasnathan sir, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Sri Sunil Choraudia, Excellencies, Captains of the Industry, distinguished guests, my officers from Government of Gujarat, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Government of Gujarat, I thank you all for taking the time for attending this event today. It is indeed heartening to see the enthusiasm and interest that you have shown in knowing about the business opportunities that Gujarat has to offer. Let me begin today's address by stating that there are several investment destinations in the world, but Gujarat is a place where you can do business, create great products, deliver great services, make money, and do good at the same time. So you should find out why there is no substitute for those proud words, Make in India, Make in Gujarat. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, earlier this year, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji stressed upon the international business community to consider investing in India based on 5 key pillars: talent, market, capital, ecosystem, and openness. I would like to tell you how these 5 pillars have helped India emerge to a new heights. 50% of the FDI received by India in the last 20 years has been registered in the last 5 years. 1 unicorn has been created in India every 10 days since the last 10 months. The pace of construction of national highways has grown to over 30 km per day from 12 km per day 7 years ago. Similarly, number of airports have grown over 150 in the year 2020 from 80 10 years ago. Apart from Ahmedabad-Mumbai high-speed rail corridor, known as bullet train, 11 other high-speed rail corridors are being planned. In that context, we can put Gujarat. the way India has progressed, the same way Gujarat has been progressing, and as a state, much, much higher. Our vision in Gujarat is simple: lead by example. Just to provide with a perspective, if Gujarat's GDP growth is compared with other countries, the state GDP growth would be among the top 3 countries of the world. While Gujarat has been successful in attracting big ticket investment in manufacturing and service sector, the state also has a thriving MSME sector, which forms an important part of the overall business ecosystem. This ecosystem enables forward and backward linkages and cost competitiveness. In fact, MSMEs form the backbone of industries in Gujarat. This helps in reducing the cost of production while also enabling the companies to cater to international markets at competitive prices. As per the Ministry of MSME Government of India, we have over 3.5 million micro, small and medium enterprises, and they continue to grow at a very substantial rate. Gujarat leads the way in development of futuristic infrastructure. You had seen in the presentation, almost 8 to 10 such projects were mentioned. I would like to especially mention about GIFT City, Gujarat International Finance Tech City. GIFT City is poised to emerge as one of the most preferred financial hubs in the world in coming decades. Investment worth 11,000 crore from over 140 companies have already been committed to GIFT City. Moreover, the average daily turnover on international exchange within GIFT City has crossed $4 billion. The headquarters of IFSC authority is slotted to be within GIDC, within GIFT City. 6 aircraft leasing firms have been given licenses to operate from GIFT City, and 7 more entities have applied for licenses for starting operations. 30 alternate investment funds have lined up to enter the IFSC in the GIFT City, and International Bullion Exchange is set to start operations from next month, that is January. Through the State Single Window Act, we have a robust and time-tested regulatory framework in place. We continue to provide all key business approvals through single window on a fast-track basis, and over close to 1 million online applications have been processed through this single window system. I assure you that Gujarat is a place where you can enjoy immense tangible and intangible benefits in terms of ease of doing business and high quality of life. One such tangible example of this in Gujarat, performance across select indicators pertaining to sustainable development goals. Gujarat has topped among all states in achieving sustainable development goals, SDG, in 2 pillars of good health and well-being, SDG 3, and industry, innovation and infrastructure, SDG 9, in SDG India Index and Dashboard 2021. While ensuring a favorable ecosystem for business, the state government has consciously endeavored to ensure ease of living for our citizens. This was also well presented in the presentation. And here, I would just like to mention about the latest ranking of Clean India Survey 2021, which has been done by Government of India. 3 out of 10 cleanest city in India are from Gujarat. And moreover, the host city for the upcoming Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2022, the venue is at Gandhinagar, and this has been rated as the cleanest state capital of India. So we are very proud of this. Gujarat is also home of 6 smart cities, and our local bodies and municipal corporations are deploying smart solutions and cutting-edge technologies concerning deployment of round-the-clock civic services to the citizens. As all of you are aware, for long time now, that Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit had started in 2003, and what began as an event to promote investments in Gujarat has progressed to become the most sought after platform to chart the future growth of the country as well as state. To cite an example, the discussions and deliberations undertaken during the last Vibrant Summit has translated into policies and initiatives in various sectors. The growth in the state GDP as well as growth in the overall investment is a testimony to this event. Our endeavor during the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit is to facilitate discussion and deliberations on the business value proposition that India and Gujarat has to offer to you. And we have a very deliberate, well thought of, contemporary, futuristic agenda which you have seen. So this agenda of from Atmanirbhar Gujarat to Atmanirbhar Bharat seems fitting at a time when India is transitioning rapidly and new reforms are being implemented actively. There is an enhanced perspective of foreign and national investors towards India, and Vibrant Gujarat will provide a platform to our policy makers, business community, academia, innovators to come together and chart out a way forward to truly realize the vision of Atmanirbhar Gujarat and Atmanirbhar Bharat. On behalf of Government of Gujarat, I welcome you all to experience this and come visit Gujarat during 10th edition, which is scheduled on 10th, 11th and 12th January at Mahatma Mandir, Gandhinagar. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to present Gujarat. I am keen to discuss your ideas, feedback, and concerns regarding investments in our state and how we can support. I assure you that your feedback will culminate into actionable items by Gujarat government. My colleagues from Government of Gujarat who are present in the event today will be happy to address any query you may have regarding business opportunities in Gujarat. I am hopeful to see you all soon. Look forward to the opportunity of hosting you in Gujarat. We are open to ideas, open to investment, working to create opportunities and improve lives of millions and millions of people across the globe. We are determined to be bolder, more competitive, and more forward-leaning with your support. Therefore, I request again you to join this journey as we progress from Atmanirbhar Gujarat to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Gujarat is discussed and compared with the most developed countries with the successful organization of the Vibrant Summits, and Gujarat has become best choice for investor in the world. और ऐसे ही प्रयोजनों से गुजरात की प्रगति के लिए कार्यान्वित है गुजरात सरकार. So now I invite Minister of Finance, Energy and Petrochemicals, Government of Gujarat, Shri Kanubhai Desai, to address the audience.
Honorable Chief Minister Sri Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, my colleague Jagdish Bhai Vishwakarma, Minister of State for Industries, Forest, Environment and Cooperation, the officers of the Gujarat government, Mr. Kailas Nathan, Chief Secretary Pankaj Kumar ji, Rajiv Gupta ji, dignitaries from the industries, ladies and gentlemen, It is indeed a privilege to be the part of this august business gathering, and I thank you for sparing your time to attend this prestigious event organized as a part of Gujarat Vibrant Summit. Mr. Pankaj Kumar and Mr. Rajiv Gupta has explained all the prospects which are there in Gujarat. But I would like to start from scratch where Gujarat has started. When Gujarat was divided from Maharashtra in 62, after that, 67, 68, Gujarat has started its industries development, and GIDC was formed. And when Mr. Narendra Modi took over Gujarat as a chief minister, and he wanted to develop Gujarat in all the round, in the sense of agriculture, industries, and also the human and index of the people. And he started education as a part of the first to make people understand the requirement of the citizen. And he started Vibrant Gujarat in 2003. It was just to showcase the India that how Gujarat is capable of manufacturing and what is the facilities available. I would like to say that since 2003, Gujarat has organized every 2 years all the summits and calling various participants from all over the world. That is the reason because Gujarat has the stable political will. From 1995 to 2022, Gujarat is ruled by Bharatiya Janata Party, and Mr. Narendra Modi had led the foundation for the Gujarat development. Gujarat has very stable political situation, as well as also Gujarat has enough power. Gujarat is power surplus state, as well as Gujarat has enough water. That is also visionary. Prime Minister Mr. Modi has approved the Narmada Nigam, all the projects, and Gujarat has very good labor situation. There is no labor unrest in Gujarat, and Gujarat has a very powerful law and order situation. Any industries who comes to Gujarat, they never go back, and Gujarat has performed financially also very nicely. All the incentive which was declared by the government has been paid and cleared up to October 2021. That is the biggest achievement of Gujarat government, because they pay, they act, and they implement whatever has been decided. Gujarat has also done very good in the carbon reduction, and we are working on renewable energy, and that is also coming up very nicely. I also thank you very much for attending this and invite you to come to Gujarat and see what Gujarat is doing. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। नई दिशा, नई ऊर्जा, नई सोच और नई सिद्धियों से सबको साथ लेकर, सबका विश्वास और सबके प्रयास से आत्मनिर्भर गुजरात के निर्माण के लिए कटिबद्ध है एक सरल एवं समर्पित व्यक्तित्व, जो हैं गुजरात के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल जी। आइए तालियों के गर्जन से आमंत्रित करते हैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय को उनके उद्बोधन के लिए।
દસમી વાઇબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાત ગ્લોબલ સમિટ 2022 સંદર્ભે મુંબઈ રોડ શોમાં મારી સાથે મંચ ઉપર ઉપસ્થિત અમારા ગુજરાત રાજ્યના નાણામંત્રી શ્રી કનુભાઈ દેસાઈ, ઉદ્યોગના રાજ્યમંત્રી શ્રી જગદીશભાઈ પંચાલ, શ્રી પંકજકુમાર, શ્રી કૈલાસનાથનજી, શ્રી સુનિલ ચોરડિયાજી, ડૉક્ટર રાજીવકુમાર ગુપ્તાજી, અહીં ઉપસ્થિત દેશના સન્માનીય ઉદ્યોગપતિઓ, વ્યવસાય વિશ્વ સાથે સંકળાયેલા સૌ અગ્રણી મહાનુભાવો. વાયબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાતના મુંબઈ રોડ શોમાં મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે હું આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત કરું છું. આપ સૌનો આટલો ઉમળકાભર્યો પ્રતિસાદ વેપાર ઉદ્યોગ જગતના ગુજરાત પરના વિશ્વાસ ભરોસાની પ્રતીતિ કરાવે છે. હું સ્પષ્ટપણે માનું છું કે ગુજરાત ઉપરના આપના ભરોસા વિશ્વાસના મૂળમાં વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીની ગુજરાતને વિશ્વમાં શ્રેષ્ઠતમ બનાવવાની આગવી વિચારધારા રહેલી છે. કોઈપણ રાષ્ટ્ર રાજ્યના ડેવલપમેન્ટમાં વિકાસમાં સ્થિર શાસન પોલિટિકલ સસ્ટેનેબિલિટી મહત્ત્વની હોય છે. વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈના નેતૃત્વમાં ગુજરાતમાં પાછલા અઢી દાયકાથી જે પોલિટિકલ સ્ટેબિલિટી ડેવલપમેન્ટ માટેનું કમિટમેન્ટ અને ઓલરાઉન્ડ હોલિસ્ટિક ડેવલપમેન્ટનું એન્વાયરમેન્ટ બન્યું છે. આના પરિણામે આજે ગુજરાત સૌના સાથ, સૌનો વિકાસ, સૌનો વિશ્વાસ અને સૌના પ્રયાસથી હરેક ક્ષેત્રે વિકાસનું રોલ મોડેલ બની ગયું છે. પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈએ 125 કરોડ દેશવાસીઓના આગવા વિકાસ માટે આત્મનિર્ભર ભારતનું જે વિઝન આપ્યું છે તેને પરિપૂર્ણ કરવા ગુજરાત પ્રશાસન સંપૂર્ણ પ્રતિબદ્ધતાથી કર્તવ્યરત છે. તેનો વિશ્વાસની ખાતરી આપ સૌને આપું છું. આ વર્ષના વાયબ્રન્ટ સમિટની થીમ પણ આત્મનિર્ભર ગુજરાતથી આત્મનિર્ભર ભારતની રાખી છે. ગુજરાતના વૈશ્વિક વિકાસના પાયામાં દ્રષ્ટિવંત નેતૃત્વ, ગુજરાતીઓની ઉદ્યમશીલતા, સુદૃઢ નાણાકીય સૂઝબૂઝ, શ્રેષ્ઠ આંતરમાળખાકીય સુવિધા રહેલી છે. આ વિકાસમાં સૌ ગુજરાતીઓની આપત્તિઓનો અવસરમાં પલટવાની આવડત, કુને અને સ્વીકૃતિ પણ મહત્ત્વપૂર્ણ છે. મુંબઈ શહેરને ભારતની આર્થિક રાજધાની કહેવામાં આવે છે તો ગુજરાત ભારતના મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ હબ, ઓટોમોબાઈલ હબ, ફાર્મા હબ, એમએસએમઈ હબ તરીકે દેશનું રોલ મોડેલ બન્યું છે. કોઈપણ રાજ્ય કે દેશના વિકાસ માટે રાજ્યને અનુકૂળ નીતિઓ જરૂરી છે. એ ઉપરાંત વ્યાપારને અનુકૂળ માહોલ પણ આપવો પડે છે તો જ સર્વાંગી વિકાસ શક્ય બને. ગુજરાતના વિકાસમાં સુદૃઢ કાયદો અને વ્યવસ્થા, લેબર પીસ, ઝીરો મેન ડેઝ લોસ અને સામાજિક સમરસતાનું પણ મોટું યોગદાન છે. આખા દેશમાંથી લોકો કામ માટે ગુજરાત આવે છે અને ગુજરાત તેમને જીવનમાં આગળ વધવા માટેના નિત નવા અવસર પ્રદાન કરે છે. વસુધૈવ કુટુંબના સિદ્ધાંતને ગુજરાતે સાર્થક કરીને બતાવ્યું છે. વાયબ્રન્ટ સમિટની 2003માં શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈએ શરૂ કરેલી શૃંખલા ગુજરાતની ગ્લોબલ બ્રાન્ડ ઇમેજ બની ગઈ છે. પહેલાં આ સમિટમાં ગુજરાતમાં મૂડીરોકાણની ચર્ચા થતી હતી, પણ હવે અહીં રોકાણની સાથે સાથે વિશ્વની સમસ્યાઓ, તેના સમાધાન અને વૈશ્વિક સ્તરે ઉપલબ્ધ અવસરોનું ચિંતન મંથન પણ થાય છે. નેટવર્કિંગ અને નોલેજ શેરિંગ પણ થાય છે. આ ઇવેન્ટના માધ્યમથી આખી દુનિયા જાણી ગઈ છે કે ગુજરાતને વર્લ્ડ ક્લાસ સ્ટેટ બનવા માટેના નક્કર કદમ ભર્યા છે. આ જ વિરાસતને આગળ ધપાવી આપણે વાયબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાત 2022નું આયોજન કર્યું છે. પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીના નેતૃત્વમાં ભારતે નોંધપાત્ર આર્થિક અને સામાજિક વિકાસ સાધ્યો છે અને ભારત વિશ્વમાં એક અગ્રણી દેશ તરીકે ઉભરી આવ્યો છે. પીએમ ગતિશક્તિ માસ્ટર પ્લાન, પ્રોડક્શન લિંક્ડ ઇન્વેસ્ટિવ સ્કીમ, પારદર્શી અને સરળ ટેક્સ માળખું, ઇઝ ઓફ ડુઈંગ બિઝનેસ, ઇઝ ઓફ લિવિંગ, મેક ઇન ઇન્ડિયા સહિતના અનેક પહેલથી દેશના ઉદ્યોગ ક્ષેત્રમાં નવા પ્રાણ ફૂંક્યા છે. ગુજરાતના બધા પહેલમાં લીડ લઈને આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત માટે આત્મનિર્ભર ગુજરાતના મંત્રથી મક્કમતાથી આગળ વધ્યું છે. મુંબઈ અમદાવાદ હાઈ સ્પીડ રેલ પ્રોજેક્ટનો હું ખાસ ઉલ્લેખ કરવા માગું છું. આ પ્રોજેક્ટ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચરના વિકાસને ભારે વેગ આપશે અને સાથે સાથે રોજગાર સર્જન, ઝડપથી પરિવહન અને પ્રદૂષણમાં ઘટાડા સહિતના બીજા અનેક ફાયદા પણ આ પ્રોજેક્ટથી મળશે. મિત્રો, ગુજરાત દેશના સૌથી વધુ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલાઇઝ અને અર્બનાઇઝ્ડ અર્થતંત્રો પૈકીનું એક છે અને સામાજિક આર્થિક વિકાસ મામલે વિવિધ ક્ષેત્રોમાં નેશનલ લીડર છે. હું અહીં ઉપસ્થિત ફાઇનાન્શિયલ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ્સ, ફિનટેક કંપનીઓ અને સ્ટાર્ટઅપ યુનિટ સૌને કહેવા માગું છું કે જો તમે હજુ સુધી ગુજરાતના ગિફ્ટ સિટીમાં આવ્યા ન હોવ તો હવે એ દિશામાં પોઝિટિવલી વિચાર કરવો જોઈએ. ગિફ્ટ સિટીમાં તમને વર્લ્ડ ક્લાસ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર, બુલિયન એક્સચેન્જની સુવિધા, ફિનટેક હબ, એરક્રાફ્ટ લીઝિંગ એન્ડ શિપ લીઝિંગ, બિઝનેસ એક્ટિવિટીઝ, ઇન્ટરનેશનલ સ્ટોક એક્સચેન્જ, બિઝનેસ કોસ્ટ ઓફિશિયન્સની જેવી બહુ સુવિધાઓ અંડર વન અમ્બ્રેલા મળશે. ગુજરાત સરકારે રાજ્યમાં એમએસએમઈના વિકાસ માટે અનેક સાનુકૂળ ઇકોસિસ્ટમ તૈયાર કરવા ઉપર પણ ભાર મૂક્યો છે. એમએસએમઈ એકમોને પ્રોત્સાહન, પહેલાં પ્રોડક્શન પછી પરમિશનની નીતિ, યુવા સ્ટાર્ટઅપને ઇન્સેન્ટિવ્સ અને કોરોના પછી રિલોકેટ થવા માગતા ઉદ્યોગોને અનુકૂળ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ પોલિસી, વેહિકલ પોલિસી, સોલાર પોલિસી જેવી વિવિધ પોલિસીઓથી ગુજરાત દેશ અને દુનિયાના ઉદ્યોગોને આવકારવામાં આતુર છે. સાતત્યપૂર્ણ સામાજિક આર્થિક વિકાસને બળ આપવા ગુજરાત સરકાર નેક્સ્ટ જનરેશન ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર, એનર્જી અને ડિજિટલ નેટવર્ક, ઇમર્જિંગ ટેકનોલોજી, ફિનટેક, સ્ટાર્ટઅપ અને ઇનોવેશન, વેહિકલ, રિસર્ચ એન્ડ ડેવલપમેન્ટ, નોલેજ એક્સચેન્જ, એક્સપોર્ટ ટુરિઝમ અને ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સર્વિસ જેવા ક્ષેત્રમાં વધુ મૂડીરોકાણ મેળવવાની અમારી નેમ છે. મિત્રો, ગુજરાતમાં અતુલનીય ઔદ્યોગ વિકાસ છે, સુગ્રથિત ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર છે અને અદ્વિતીય ઉદ્યોગ સાહસિકતા છે. ગુજરાતીઓના લોહીમાં જ વેપાર, ઉદ્યોગ, સાહસિકતા વણાયેલા છે. આગામી સમયમાં ભારતના સ્ટાર યુનિકોર્ન ગુજરાતમાં તૈયાર કરી આત્મનિર્ભર, સેલ્ફ રિલાયન્ટ ગુજરાતના નિર્માણનું લક્ષ્ય અમે રાખ્યું છે. આજના આ અવસરે હું આપ સૌને ગુજરાતમાં પધારવા તેમજ જાન્યુઆરી 2022માં આયોજિત 10મી વાઇબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાત સમિટમાં ઉપસ્થિત રહેવાનું આમંત્રણ પાઠવું છું. મિત્રો, આપ સૌ ગુજરાતની પ્રગતિના સાથીદાર રહ્યા છો. ગુજરાતના આર્થિક વિકાસમાં આપ સૌ દાયકાઓથી અમારી પડખે રહ્યા છો. ગુજરાત સર્વસમાવેશ અને સાતત્યપૂર્ણ વિકાસ માટેની એક સર્વગ્રાહી ઇકોસિસ્ટમ ધરાવે છે. તેનાથી આપ સૌ ભલીભાંતિ પરિચિત છો. આત્મનિર્ભર ગુજરાતના નિર્માણ દ્વારા પ્રધાનમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીના આત્મનિર્ભર ભારતના સ્વપ્નને સાકાર કરવા આપણે સૌ સાથે મળીને સંકલ્પ કરીએ. આત્મનિર્ભર ગુજરાતથી આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત તરફની અમારી વિકાસ યાત્રામાં સહભાગી બનવા હું આપને આમંત્રણ પાઠવું છું. આભાર. જય જય ગરવી ગુજરાત. વંદે માતરમ.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय आपका. थैंक यू सो मच ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल जी. थैंक यू सो मच ऑल डिग्निटरीज, डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट, डिप्लोमेट्स, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट एंड मीडिया. इसी के साथ हम इस कार्यक्रम का समापन करते हैं. एवरीवन आर प्लीज प्रोसीड फॉर लंच. थैंक यू.